In my never-ending quest to find the perfect thin and light laptop, 12 inches or less, I came across the Jumper EZBook Air. It's a 11.6-inch laptop with a nice screen, nice build quality, and a great price. Hi, my name's Andrew, and this is the review of the Jumper EZBook Air. Let's find out if it's worth your money. At first glance, you think you're looking at a 12-inch MacBook with its one USB Type-C port and very sleek and thin design. But alas, you're not. You're looking at the Jumper EZBook Air. It's the updated version with the Intel Atom X5 Z8350 processor. It's got 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of Toshiba EMMC storage. It weighs only 2.12 pounds, is only 0.59 inches thick. It's extremely thin and light and has a very elegant look and design from the exterior, thanks to its mostly aluminum build. GearBest sent this over as a review unit, and I will put the link below to where you can find out more information about this device. It comes in a champagne gold color, which was okay, but I think I would have preferred a more traditional silver, or maybe even a space gray, just like you'd get with the 12-inch MacBook. It has an 11.6-inch IPS display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. That's 189.9 pixels per inch. And it has a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. At 320 nits, this is a very bright and sharp display. I was pleasantly surprised on just how good this display really is. This non-touch display has very deep blacks and very good color accuracy. Viewing angles were very good as well. One negative is its rather large bezels, which really surprised me since we're already in 2017 and manufacturers are moving towards thinner bezels. But overall, I will have to say that this is a very nice display, especially at this price point. Taking its cue from the MacBook, this has only one USB Type-C port. That's it. There are no other USB ports, there's no SD card slot, and there's no HDMI port. So you'll have to use one of these, a USB Type-C to Type-A adapter that they do include in the box. Or you can use a USB Type-C hub as you see here. This one is by one, and I'll put the link below. You can get it on Amazon, and it has an HDMI port, another USB Type-C port, and it has a USB 3.0 Type-A. Unfortunately, it couldn't power my Western Digital external hard drive, but it was able to power up my Samsung T3 external SSD drive. The only other port you'll get on this device is a 3.5mm headset jack. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this to drive a monitor through an HDMI port via a USB adapter, as there is no Thunderbolt 3 support. To me, this is more of a secondary device, so not having those available ports and connectivity really wasn't a deal breaker for me, but for some, it may be an issue. There is a 0.3 megapixel webcam on the top of the display. Let's take a look at it in action. Now, as you can see, the webcam, not the greatest in the world. It will get the job done if you want to do some Skype or video conferencing when you need it in a pinch. And the microphone does sound good, as you can hear from this test. But here's a big problem. Due to its positioning, the microphone next to the keyboard will produce some loud noises when you're typing on a chat, as you can see here. Listen to this. So the placement of the microphone is not great, although it sounds good, as far as volume and quality, but the fact that its positioning is next to the keyboard is not good. Now, this being an 11.6-inch device, there isn't too much room for a spacious keyboard, but I was pleasantly surprised on how good the key travel was and how well this keyboard worked. The keys are plastic and there is no backlighting, but I didn't expect any backlighting at this price point. Overall, I have to say Jumper did a very good job on engineering this keyboard in a very limited space. Now, as far as the touchpad is concerned, it was nicely sized, it was fast, it was accurate, but there was one big problem. It doesn't support any Windows 10 gestures, and you can't do any two-finger scrolling, which was a problem for me. So I ended up connecting a Bluetooth mouse, which worked fine. I would say the keyboard and the touchpad are solid on this device, certainly serviceable when you need it in long-term periods of use, but there is a little bit of flex, as you see here, but certainly not a deal breaker. But I was really happy to see that this does have 802.11 AC dual band wireless, which worked flawlessly, and it has Bluetooth 4.0. There are no speaker grills on this device, so any sound coming out of this device will emanate through the body. Let's take a look and a listen at one of our videos to test the sound.
Hi, my name's Andrew, and this is the review of Asus Transformer Mini T102HA. Let's find out if it's worth your money. Every so often a device comes along that really doesn't blow you away in terms of specs. When I looked at the spec sheet of the Asus Transformer Mini, I really was not impressed.
As you can hear, the sound is good, volume is loud, but because there are no speaker grills, it can get distorted at maximum volume. As I stated earlier, it's got the Z8350 processor, the most up-to-date Atom processor, and has 4 GB of RAM. And it runs at its full 1600 MHz capacity. As far as performance is concerned, it did 2069 on the multi-core score on the Geekbench 4 test, and its built-in graphics did 5409. It has 128 gigabytes of eMMC storage, and it is Toshiba, which is good, and it has 115 gigabytes available to the user. It did a 140.6 on the read and an 83.01 on the write of the Crystal Disk Mark test. Battery life is certainly a strong suit of this device. It has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery, and under the AMDtech endurance test, it did 7 hours and 45 minutes under moderate use, and it is possible to get 10 hours with minimum brightness and under light use. So can I recommend the Jumper EZBook Air? Is it worth your hard-earned money? And the answer is yes. Here's what I like. First, I like its bright, full HD IPS display, its really good battery life, its good keyboard, its nice speakers, and its sleek design. And I love its mostly metal build. But there are things I don't like about this device. I don't like its large, ugly bezels, which took a little bit of time to get used to. And there's only one USB Type-C port. There's no HDMI, no SD card slot, and there is no other USB ports. And although I liked the trackpad, I was disappointed there were no Windows 10 gestures, no two-finger scrollings, the subpar webcam didn't really blow me away, and its mic was too close to the keyboard, making for some typing noise during Skype conversations. For those looking for an array of ports and connectivity options, stay away from this device. This is not for you. But for those who need a secondary device that's thin and light, that has a beautiful screen, that has a nice sleek build, nice speakers, and it won't break the bank, this may be your ticket. And that's why I'm going to give it 74%, making this worth your money. So what do you think about the Jumper EZBook Air? Do you like the fact that it has an 11.6-inch display, good build quality? I'm not crazy about the champagne gold color, although I wish it did have, say, a space gray or a traditional silver, but putting that aside, I have to say this is a really nice, thin and light secondary device. As your main device, it probably won't work because of its port limitations. Remember, it only has that one USB Type-C port, something that the 12-inch MacBook Pro suffers from as well. But I'm curious to know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. I really think it's worth your money at that price point at about $270. You're getting decent performance, you're getting a nice screen, great battery life, good sound, and as a secondary laptop, this may be something you might be interested in. Again, I'm curious to know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and on Twitter, and check out our website at AMDtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.